So I used to think that self-care meant bubble baths and massages, but no matter how many of those I did, I never felt healed. Nobody really talks about how hard it is to take care of yourself when you feel overwhelmed, or how important it is for your mental health. When I was in college, I was doing work and school, and if any of you guys have done that before, you know the struggle is real. So I didn't really feel like I had any time for myself, let alone any time to breathe, but I made it through. And here's what I learned about balancing self-care in a busy life and what actually works. So self-care isn't the aesthetic version that we see online. It's not always candles or perfect planners. It's how we regulate our nervous system. So in a study by Keller and Fritz in 2023, they gathered real stories from busy women who struggle to prioritize self-care. Participants in this study admitted that the first thing to go when life got busy, like at work, school, or they just got burnt out, self-care is the first thing to go, even though they knew it was important. Many young women in the study also stated that they felt pressured to perform aesthetic self-care, so like bubble baths, taking notes, all that stuff. And yes, it's fun to watch it online and everything like that. It is aesthetically pleasing, but it's not an effective way and a real way to do self-care. This type of self-care can also make it feel unrealistic and just like performative. This study suggests that the most effective ways to perform self-care in day-to-day life is with small, quiet moments, such as setting boundaries, saying no, resting without guilt, or just simply doing nothing. In a study by Neff in 2003, they found that self-compassion boosts emotional resilience. So self-compassion essentially just means being kind to yourself during times of failure or stress, and there's 3 different components to this. So there's self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. So self-compassion isn't about making excuses or not taking responsibility. It's about showing up for yourself when things are hard. Self-compassion actually leads to more motivation, not less. Okay, last study, I promise. In a study by Porges in 2011, I think I'm saying his name right, I'm not too sure. They explored how body-based care can calm your nervous system. Well, essentially, even breathing or just moving your body can calm your fight or flight response. So some examples of this body-based care that you can do is humming, cold exposure, safe touch, and even skincare rituals can stimulate that vagus nerve, which can calm you down and shift you back into that safe and social state rather than that fight or flight state. So here are some psych back tips on how to incorporate self-care into your daily life. The meat. So first things first, body first. So stretching, walking, drinking water, these all help regulate your nervous system. You don't need a full workout, just some movement, and just 30 minutes a day can help regulate your nervous system. You don't have to shoot for that number, obviously, every single day, but as long as you get your body moving at least a little bit, you can only do 10 minutes or 20 minutes, that's totally okay. It's better than not doing anything. Just try to move your body a little bit, try to walk outside, take in some fresh air. It really helps. This is your vessel, this is what you're born with, and if this thing goes down, you go down too. So the next one, I haven't seen anybody really talk about this, but it's do it before you feel like it. That's what I call it. This is backed up by a study by Jacobson and colleagues from 2011. They essentially studied behavioral activation. This means acting first even if you don't feel like doing it. Your brain will catch up later. For example, say you like to draw, but recently you haven't been feeling it because you've just been feeling drained and you don't really get the enjoyment that you used to get out of it. You just need to start doing it again, even if you don't feel like it. It might feel like a chore at first, but trust me, your brain will catch up later. They found that depression is worsened when people withdraw from activities that they used to love, especially ones that give them a sense of reward, purpose, or structure. So by reintroducing these positive behaviors, you can help activate your brain's reward system and improve your mood over time, even before you feel better. Trying a relaxing activity that you enjoy, like drawing, reading, coloring, listening to music, can help improve your mood and be considered self-care for your mental health. Also, taking just a minute out of your day. This one literally takes 1 minute. So anybody can do this, literally anybody. You just take 1 minute out of your day, don't do anything, put down your phone, turn off your notifications, do whatever, and just close your eyes and just feel the present moment around you. Let yourself feel all your emotions, let yourself feel the environment around you, let yourself just feel all the thoughts that are coming in. And this can help you just feel more grounded and also more grateful for what you do have in your life. You can do this while you're brushing your teeth, you can do this while you're at work even, just when you have a minute. Everybody has at least a minute of a break somewhere in there. Just take a minute to just breathe and let everything just let it go. let it go. Okay, this one's pretty obvious, but making sleep a priority is honestly such a big thing for self-care. Your brain literally can't function without it. So lack of sleep affects your amygdala, which is important for impulse control and emotional regulation. So when you're sleep deprived, you don't have that impulse control and you're not able to regulate your emotions as well. Sleep deprivation can actually mimic symptoms of anxiety and depression as well. So look out for that. How do we prioritize sleep? So you have to create a ritual, like a bedtime ritual. So you have to train your brain to associate certain actions with bedtime. Some examples is like lighting a candle, doing a skincare routine, reading a book. And then also make sure you cut out the doom scrolling 30 to 60 minutes before you go to sleep. That blue light is not helping you at all, girl. My guilty pleasure, I like to listen to ASMR when I go to sleep. Is the fire! And I'm not afraid to admit that, but ASMR helps me go to sleep. So like our low stimulation videos are very good. Also like low stimulation reading. But what I mean by that is like don't read a Wattpad book before you go to sleep that has like little spicy scenes and plot twists, because those can actually like keep you awake. So make sure you read something that's calming if you're gonna read before going to bed. Also brain dumping your to-dos can help. So this is like just writing them down on pen and paper or just like putting them in your calendar, reviewing what you have to do tomorrow. If you don't do this, your brain is gonna keep looping all these tasks in your head if you don't offload them. And then lastly, this is also very obvious, but a consistent wake time and bedtime, even on the weekends, can help with prioritizing your sleep. You just have to make sure you make a routine out of it, make a ritual out of it. Okay, lastly, this is more of just like a cognitive reframe, which is just like reshaping or reframing any negative thoughts that you have in your head into something more positive. Taking a day off or doing anything related to self-care, especially in America, it is riddled with guilt and makes you feel like you're being very unproductive and you're not getting anything done if you take time off for yourself. So if your friend is resting, are you going to yell at them and tell them that they're lazy and that they're not getting anything done and they should get off their ass? No, you probably wouldn't do that. So why would you do that to yourself? You have to treat yourself like how you would treat a loved one. You just need to be kinder to yourself and let yourself take these breaks, and just imagine anytime you have a negative thought, reframe it, try to think of, would I tell this to a friend? There's your answer. If you say no, then you shouldn't tell that to yourself too, right? So here are the things that I did personally to keep up with my self-care. So I always make a time slot out of my day for myself just to like do something that I like to do. I like to use Google Calendar to map out my whole day. So I always have a time slot. It doesn't have to be super long. It's like either like 30 minutes, an hour, nothing crazy. I always put that in my calendar so I know when that notification goes up, it's time for me to do what I want to do. So I consider this like a high priority in my life. That is why it is in my Google Calendar. So I also have a wind down routine. So I usually do like, I shower, then I do my skincare, then I do my hair care, then I brush my teeth, and then I review what I have to do for the next day, because since I've been doing this for so long, my brain automatically knows that once I start doing this chunk of tasks, it knows that it's time to go to sleep. So it helps me go to sleep faster. It does take 3 weeks for a habit to stick, so you have to do it for 3 weeks straight every day for your brain to start associating a task with a reward. So also I work out regularly. I personally love going to the gym, working out. I do weightlifting, so I don't go like every day for 30 minutes. I usually do like 3 to 5 times a week, like for an hour, hour and a half. So that's why I'm saying like earlier, you don't have to do it like all the time or 30 minutes a day on the dot, like exactly. Just as long as you're moving your body and doing something that gets your heart pumping, that's all you need to do. Then lastly, I feel like this one's very important, is to stay connected with friends and family. So personally for me, when I start feeling like I'm overwhelmed or burnt out, I want to push everybody that's in my social circle just out. I just don't want to talk. I just want to be in my own little thing. But this is honestly like the worst thing you can do for yourself. Humans are very social beings. We thrive on being social. Even if you're like an introvert, you need to have some kind of social connection with somebody. It's just very, very important for your mental health. I always take initiative and make sure that I'm staying updated and staying close with my friends and family. So that's pretty much what I do. I haven't been going crazy yet, so I think they're working out pretty well. So self-care does not have to be earned. You don't have to hit rock bottom to feel like you deserve it. And you don't need to do it perfectly. You just need to start. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below any of the tips that you're planning on using. And also subscribe if you want any more psychology-based tricks or just any like mental health healing vlogs, because that's what this channel is all about. Love you.